everyone, it's Allison here, also known as Lasan Faye, and today I am here with a new Zen Doodle with me video. And just so you all know, this is in regards to the Zen Art Challenge hosted by Heather. And there was a little bit of a mistake this month, and only 30 designs were selected for the month of May rather than 31. And so what I've decided to do in order to fill the last box is I'm just going to film a time lapse of me doing one of my favorite tangles. And that tangle is called Wings, but I'm not going to give a detailed explanation on how to do it. Also, as a slight warning, I apologize if my voice sounds a little funky. I'm still recovering from an allergic reaction that I had earlier this week. But otherwise, I'm pretty healthy and I can't wait to get started on these tangles for you. So let's go ahead and dive on in. The first tangle I have for you all today is called Clem, and it's by Erica Bonham-Caylett. And I'll include a link to the source down below. And the way you want to get started with this one is you kind of want to divide your space into fourths, and you can do this with pen or with pencil. I'm gonna do mine with pen, and so I'm just gonna divide my space in half horizontally and vertically. Then once you have your quarters in place, you want to make triangles that take up about a third of the space. So and one of the vertices of the triangle is going to meet in the center. So what I mean by that is you kind of want to go radially outwards to the edge and kind of divide your quarters into thirds and connect the two lines that you just drew with another line, making a triangle. And you want to do that in all four quarters. Alright, so we now have our four triangles in place. On the edges of the triangles, we want to create a curved line that connects the two points that represent the ends of the edge. Then, with those in place, from the center within each triangle that we drew, we're just going to draw two lines that come out and end in dots. That is it for Clem. So Clem, it looks kind of like a flower to me, and it can be tiled, and so you could tile it with the grid lines that we drew in place, or if you use pencil, you can erase them after the fact. And that's what's shown in the example off over on the right. But I'm going to leave this one as is and move on to the next tangle. The second tangle I have for you all today is called Sand Swirl. I don't have a creator's name in front of me, but I will include a link to the source down below. And the way you want to get started with Sand Swirl is from the edges of the space that you're working in. You want to create little stems that come in and circle around nice and tiny towards the center. These stems do not have to be the same length or even face the same direction. And so let's see, one more. Okay, and once you have your stems in place, around each stem, so pick one to start with, you want to just echo that initial curve going back and around and out for a few layers. And as you run in to layers that you've already drawn, you want to skip drawing in that space. And after you've done that for some of your initial stems, you can go in and add even more. You can fill up the space as much as you want or as little as you want. And the example on the right suggests to fill in any of the blank space that you have with just solid black. I'm not going to do that for my tangle, but you can feel free to, or not do it if you don't want to. But I'm going to leave this one as is and move on to the next tangle. This next tangle I have for you all today isn't so much a tangle as it is a cartoon based off of regular English letters. And so this cartoon is coming from Harp Tunes, and I'll include a link to the source down below. And it's called Argh. And it's from their book, Drawing Monsters with Letters, #2. And so this tangle, or drawing, as you can guess by its name, Argh, you want to start with the letter A. So what you want to do is come in and draw a capital A. And then about where the line in the A, so this line here, where that one is, just beside it, you want to draw 2 circles and put little dots in them. These are going to be the eyes. And then from the bottom left of the A, you want to draw a curve that comes in just a little bit past the eye and ends in an arrow. And let's go ahead and add some eyebrows to the eyes. Then underneath the line that we drew the eyes beside, we're going to draw 2 little circles. One, or not so much circles as ovals. And we're going to partly fill those in, leaving a little bit of a sliver of space. And we're going to go ahead and echo this arrow. And also, let's go ahead and add in some teeth. Once all of that is in place, we're going to go following the center line of the A and moving just a smidge to the right underneath it. We're going to draw a U shape that comes up and down, and then a straight line that goes back over. And we're going to draw a slightly larger one behind that. Then with those in place, we're going to draw some lines that go up about halfway through the circles that we just drew. And one of them we're going to hook over the top of the other to indicate like a bit of a knee joint. Then from where we started the mouth, we're just going to create a little curved line that comes down and meets that first foot. And we're also going to connect the 2 feet to each other, like where the belly would rest. And off over by the first foot, we can draw another foot coming out from behind the belly. And let's go ahead and also give the monster some toes by just dividing the foot a little bit. And we can also give the monster some scales across its belly to indicate a slightly sturdier belly than just a regular soft belly. And then from the eyes, we're just going to create a little bit of a U shape that comes up and ends right behind the leg and should curve back towards the leg a little bit. And a little tail that comes off the end there. And we can draw little spikes that go around the body. And that is it for Argh. I hope you guys enjoy this one. You can also choose to embellish the horn however you want. The suggestion is to use some diagonal lines. And yeah, it's pretty cute. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm going to leave this one as is and move on to my little time lapse. And that is it for the month of May in the Zen Art Challenge. I really hope you enjoyed doing all these tangles with me, and that you enjoyed just doing the tangles in general. Anyways, I will see you all June 1st when I come back for the June Zen Art Challenge. And until then, take care and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye!